Hey guys, welcome to the help video for the percentage proportion locks assignment. In this video, I will help you set up all 10 of these locks, the proportion for each one, and then I'll kind of walk you through what to type into Desmos so that you can solve each proportion, but I'm not actually going to be solving them. That's for you to plug into Desmos to get your answer for. Okay, but I'll help you with the setup part, which for some folks is the hardest part of percentage proportions. So let's go ahead and get started. So for this first one, we have 39 is what percent of 60, and you can see on this top right side over here, I went ahead and I wrote out my percent proportion kind of formula that I'll be following. Proportions are always two fractions that are equal to each other or maybe multiple, but we start off when we set up our proportion, we have two fractions equal to each other. The only difference between maybe just other proportions and percentage proportions is that part of a percent proportion is kind of already set up for you in some way. So right here, I have my percentage. It's blank. That's going to be some number over 100 because percentages are always out of 100. Okay, so that means you're either missing your part, your whole, or your percentage. But we know right here, this spot will always be out of 100. So we're going to fill in our percent proportion here from our question. 39 is what percent, and actually see this tells us right away that we are missing the percentage. It's what percent of 60. So my x is going to go right here in our percent spot. Now we need to figure out where the 39 and the 60 go. The top of your percent proportion is going to be your part. The bottom is going to be your whole. Some people also say is over of. 39 is, so that's our part. 39 is what percent of 60. So our 60 goes down here. Is over of, or part over whole. 39 is your part out of 60, so 60 is your whole. Now that we have this percent proportion set up, you know how to solve this. You're going to use your proportion solving skills to either the butterfly or finding some sort of pattern so that you can figure out what percent this is. For folks who use the butterfly, we're going to go across 39 times 100. This third number we're going to divide by 60. So that's what you are plugging into Desmos to figure out your percentage. I'm not actually going to do it. My main focus for this video is to help you set up those percent proportions so that you can solve them using Desmos. All right, number 2. 20% of what number is 8? So this time we have our percentage. It's 20, so we can plug in this. We know it's going to be over 100. 20% of what number is 8? So again, some people call this part over whole. Some people like calling this is over of. 20% of what number is 8? So 8 is your part, x is your whole. We have our percent proportion set up. You can now use your butterfly to solve this. We're going to butterfly the diagonal with both numbers. We're going to multiply 8 times 100. And then take that answer and divide by 20. What number is 25% of 30? So we have our percentage this time, 25% of 30. Is that 30 your part or your whole? Out of 30, that's going to be your whole. So this time we're missing our part. So there's your percent proportion. You're going to find the diagonal with both numbers and multiply 25 times 30. Divide by 100. Number 4, 20% of 230 is what number? We have our percentage this time. You'll find that the percentage is the easiest to see whether you have it or you don't, because it has that percent symbol. The part over whole is a little bit harder to determine. 20% of 230 is what number? Is over of. So I know this is going to be my of, which means this is my whole. If I have something out of 230, that's my total. We are looking for the part this time. Complete your butterfly in Desmos. 230 times 20 divided by 100. I know I'm going really fast, but like I say in all my videos, you can always rewind or pause this and watch it again. What percent? Okay, this time we don't know our percentage, so that's our x. Of 6 is 36. What percent of 6 is 36? What percent of 6? So this one is looking a little bit, this is a little bit tricky because your part is greater than your whole, but still you can see that is over of. So 36 is what part of 6? Okay, so you're going to still find your butterfly. 100 times 36 divided by 6. In this case, your percentage is going to be over 100. Because if your whole is 6, but you have 36, you have way more than your whole. But again, you can look at your is over of to help you figure it out. 15%. This time I know my percentage is what number is 225? Is 225. So we're not sure of our whole. Of what number? Complete your butterfly. 225 times 100 divided by 15. What number is 55% of 15? We have our percentage. 55% of 15 is over of. So our of is going to be our part. Our whole. We're not sure what our part is. What number is 55% of 15? We're going to butterfly 15 times 55 divided by 100. 5%, we know our percentage of what number? So we're not sure of our of, we're not sure of our whole, is 9. Okay, so now we're going to butterfly 9 times 100 divided by 5. So you see how I'm doing the same thing every time? I'm filling in that percent proportion. It's easy to identify that percentage. What you're really trying to figure out is, what are you missing? Are you missing the part, the whole, or the percent? And then once you have that percent proportion set up, you just need to solve the proportion using your butterfly. What percent, all right, this time we're missing our percent, is 15 out of 25? 15 is your part, 25 is your whole. 15 out of 25. We're going to butterfly 15 times 100 divided by 25. And then the last question, 50 is, okay, so 50 goes on top. 50 is 12.5%. So you can do 12.5, or you can write out 12.5% of what number? We're missing our whole this time. 50 times 100 divided by 12.5, 12.5. All right, I know I went through that super, super quick, but pause the video, watch it again. Make sure you're doing your assignment as I'm talking about what the proportion is. So pause the video, complete the question, play the video to get to the next one, and then just watch the video if you need to again. So again, big recap on that percent proportion. Let me erase this so we can see this. This is the standard proportion that you're always going to be using for any and all of these questions. Percentage proportions should be easier than normal proportions because it already is partially filled out for you. You know your percent is always going to be out of 100. It's just up to you to determine what is the part, what is the whole, and what is your percentage. What are you missing? Can you solve that proportion? All right, guys, I hope this video helped. See you later.